Well, yeah, thank you for having me in Psalmist Magazine. Here's Fredwilliams. Yeah, for me, it's basically the love of God, first and foremost, being saved and um, getting to know the goodness of God and getting to know that you have a vision and then you should fulfill the vision here on earth. And so you have a purpose and a vision, and you should fulfill your purpose and the vision here on earth. So basically, it's about, God's love, fulfilling vision, and fulfilling purpose. Yeah. Well, like almost every other young person who grew up in church, I grew up in church. My mom used to take me to Full Gospel Businessmen Fellowship, and then from there, got born again in Deeper Life Church, and got involved in the teenage youth choir, and then from there I started. Grew up, nurtured the talent, became a youth choir leader, and then from there, I began to write songs. And then from writing songs, I started doing demos to listen to myself, and then get compliments and endorsement from people who were there before me. And then, we started properly as a ministry, and we're here today. Well, a whole lot of people. Like for me, I listen to a whole lot of music. I listen to worship, I listen to dancehall, I listen to reggae roots, I listen to hip hop, and all of that. So I've got my, picked from here and there. But we grew up. We started listening to people like Ron Kennedy, Bob Feets, and all those people. And then when the call came, we knew that we needed to carve a niche, So for me, reggae music that I do now is more of a calling to me. I didn't just pick it up. I think it picked me up, and I answered and I started following. Yeah, Afro reggae, the fusion of Afro reggae, dancehall, and a little bit of R&B. Yeah, like the name connotes Lion of Judah. He is the Lion of Judah, right? That is talking about Jesus Christ. In Revelation chapter 5, John said that the book was opened, and there was no man found who was worthy to open the seal, but Christ came, who is the Lion of the tribe of Judah, and he opened the seal. So for me, it's just exalting Christ, who I could better just call him by that name, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. So just ascribing greatness to him, to who he is, or he already is. Yeah. Yeah, Imela, you have to relate to your people. It's very important. Like I say, my it's Afro gospel, Afro reggae. You understand? So it's important that you fuse in what can bless the people who, let me say, are not too contemporary. You just need to reach out to them. You understand? So Imela is a dialect, one of the Nigerian languages, Igbo. It simply means, God, thank you. Just ascribing, thanksgiving to God Almighty. So, yeah. From time to time, I even have a song with my dialect that I fuse it with, English and other stuff like that. So we'll do that time to time to be able to communicate better to the people, to the fans. Yeah, well, if you listen to my song, by the grace of God, I try to communicate the gospel. For me, singing and this thing shouldn't just be putting lyrics together. You are like it's preaching. Do you understand? You're pulling people out of the pit. You understand? You stand on the pulpit, but you do, instead of doing the spoken word, you do the singing word. You know, so I try as much as possible to sing, preach You understand? I try as much as possible to just not to just entertain, but also to pass the message across as I do my singing. So by inspired, I get inspired from the scriptures, and I get inspired from life, basically. Yeah. Yeah, they're my master mentors and spiritual parents, because they feed my faith. I grew by listening to them. I learn, sit under them learning, and they're everything inspiration to me. They're everything, what you call growth. I mean, coming in contact with them has helped me to grow spiritually, helped me to understand the race, understand the Christian race better, and I'm following after the footsteps. Well, we've grown, right, from the days of from how it started. I've been here for a while with the grace of God, and we will be part of how it started, and then we're still here and how it's been. So it has grown, and more so that this era of internet, social media, things have become much more easier. Getting to put out your music and then get to bless people with your sound and with your music. So yeah, gospel music has grown very, very well from how it started back then in the 90s and all of that. Yes, yeah. One of the fathers of the gospel music told me something. His name, Dr. Panam, for the sake of this interview, I'll call his name, Dr. Panam Paul. He told me something. I was in the studio in just to record, and I was at this same question that I brought his attention to. I said, people feel that I'm entertaining. My style of music is more of dancehall and has a lot of, they use a layman's language, rapping. Has so much of tongue twisting in it, and then people sometimes tend to see it as entertainment. But he said there's no how you can do music without entertainment. As a matter of fact, the first thing that captivates you is the entertainment of it. Something will have to get your attention before you listen to the thing. So that entertainment gets the attention of people before they now listen to it. So there's no how the two cannot go hand in hand. You entertain and then you minister. Yeah. Basically, like minds, people who have like minds, people who you have the Spirit of God upon them, who know that it's not just about just singing, but it's ministry. Because I do it, but to me, it's ministry. It's not just singing. So yeah, when people call me for collaborations, and look out for the spirit that they carry, and people who know that I'm sure that they are not just singing, but they want to be a blessing to people out there. Well, everywhere. The music ministry, anywhere at all, there must be challenges. Okay, and it depends on how we handle them. But everywhere, whether in Nigeria, whether in the United States, and everywhere, there must be challenges. Okay, but in spite and despite of the challenges, we have to do what we have to do. So yeah, challenges or no challenges, ministry, music must go on, and like you all know, it is going on in Nigeria very, very well. High points, yeah, in my career. Well, I can say I know that I'm not where I used to be. I've grown in terms of putting out sounds. I've grown in terms of lyrics. I've grown in terms of reaching out to people. I've grown. I see, like I said, I see it as ministry. Okay, so I don't just see it as just ordinary singing songs and just singing to the people. So it's a high point for me getting to know that this thing is hardcore ministry and it's not just singing. Yeah, as always, we have them coming. So many of them in the pipeline coming at the right time. For me, I just feel like dishing them out. I don't want to hold any too close to me. I just want to give it out as they come to me and dish them out to the people to be blessed. So yeah, I have so much of them coming in the line. Yeah. Well, 5 years from now, Fredwilliams will be doing the work of the Lord. Because this is what Fredwilliams is called to do. Fredwilliams will be doing, we'll be singing in crusades, we'll be ministering in churches, we'll be putting up concerts, we'll be putting up musical concerts, and we're reaching out to people till Christ come. It's a life thing. We're not planning to halt at all. Yeah. Message of hope, love, and grace. I'm a son of encouragement. My songs mostly I see me encouraging people. I have a song called Keep On Keeping On. I have a song, Amazing Grace, How Sweet the Sound That Saved the Wretch Like Me. The hymn, the popular hymn that I did a cover kind of my own way. So I preach hope, grace, and then salvation. If you know that you've got call on you, if you know that it's not just, you're not just doing it because you feel like doing it. If you know that God spoke to you about this, just stay at it. Stay at it. Challenges may come, okay? Name them, finance, life challenges, but just hold on to that God told you. And I tell you, God will see you through. Yeah, man. Say the boy them bad like that. Man them called Fred Man on the stereo. Thank you for having me. Psalmist Magazine. I'll do it with you again over and over. Boom. Fred Man says so. You don't touch. Zip.